Welcome. Thanks.
Best sprinter next to her. She says, I want to beat her. Kelly wasn't, like they say, afraid of competition. She wanted to meet it head on. And so she didn't want to be in the slow heat. She didn't want to be by somebody slow. She wanted to run against the best person in her heat. And she did it a couple times and also won that. She performed better when someone against her was the best. And that's how Kelly was. She likes to be challenged.
I don't think there's anything on a track or in the field that she could not do. And that's one of the things that was tough, is because I got her last year to come in for camp. She came to pole vault camp and we worked with her. And she came out this year and I felt pressure from the get-go, because what was your first jump? 7 foot? She jumped 7 foot early on. And if you know anything about Kelly, she's tall and her arms, she's got like arms of the orangutan. They're like this long. So I mean, she plants so stinking tall, and I thought to myself, this girl's got to jump higher than 7 foot. And she went out and she had pre-qualified how many events?
She's qualified 6 events.
She qualified 6 events. So I felt pressure right away that I told her, I said, Kelly, if we don't get you jumping higher, someone's going to steal you.
I actually told you that.
Yeah, Monty said that. and the pressure kind of started mounting a little more, and she just never quit. She kept coming back, she kept working. Her shin started bothering her early on. And one of the things I love about Kelly, and I don't mean to offend her, but her personality is so stinking goofy that I don't think she understands pressure. She doesn't feel pressure. She doesn't, she may, don't, if you don't. Okay, just ignore what I'm saying. But she doesn't feel stressed. It's like she doesn't understand tension. She just goes out and she has this goofy smile on her face, and she's just so excited to be there and to be involved that she just goes out and does a great job. She slowly started working up, and one of the things I knew she was going to be great. We were jumping down in Snowflake, and it was a wicked headwind. I had her grip down a fist, and she jumped 9.9 in this awful headwind. So I knew that she was going to do great things. She went down to meet champions, jumped a PR for her. She jumped 10 foot. So again, you know, just like Candace and just like Mary and these girls we had in the past, her ceiling is so high. And she really is going to do great things. So we look for great things out of Kelly Reynolds. I love her to death.
Hey, one quick thing about Kelly. Remember how I told you Leyland was second place? Here's number 1. So she was our winner of our Cougar Combine. So strongest pound for pound girl. And you wouldn't notice it because you first see Kelly, and what do you weigh, about 120 pounds? You know, and she's pretty small and skinny, and then she gets in a weight room and she puts up some real weight, and you're kind of like, wow, that's kind of scary. And so I got to the point sometimes I was actually like a little nervous. I told her, like, Kelly, I think I ought to spot you probably. And she's like, okay. And just like Coach Clough says, Kelly's funny because she doesn't say a whole lot. And so she's kind of somebody that's a little bit hard to get to know. But once you actually get to know her, she's like one of the funniest people that I actually know. Says a lot of funny things and just has a great personality. And it was a great having you in weights class this year. It's been awesome having you in track. I'm really looking for senior year for you. It was awesome.
And we're at 9 feet right now.
Next young girl, because when we won the state championship in 2015, she was a freshman. She was here and she didn't run track, and she was one of the fastest girls in school. And it was kind of like, man, if we would have just had you, we'd been that much better. She comes out the next year, and she kind of has some crazy habits. I'm gonna miss her a lot because number 1, you never know what color her hair is going to be. It's purple, pink, yeah. Her whole freshman year, or excuse me, her sophomore year, she's rolling around with purple hair. And I'm like, Kelly, we really frown on purple around here. And she, I don't care. And then the other thing is, if you've been around Kelly, Kelly sleeps all the time. Like all the time. You goes to a track meet, if she's not doing something, she's out. And she will go from dead, like coma, and all of a sudden she'll wake up, okay, I gotta warm up. And I don't know how she knows, but she figures it out. She's never been late for a race. She's always prepared. And I remember after her freshman year telling Kelly, he's like, man, if you just get in the weight room, Kelly, you would be incredible. And she's like, okay. And that's just kind of how she answers everything. So you don't know if she was actually serious or not. I ended up having her in weights class, and she's one of the very few girls I've ever coached that can bench press well over her body weight. She's a, what do you weigh, Kelly, about 130, 225? And I know she's bench pressed 145, all right? Which has anybody seen that? That's pretty impressive. Super high squat, clean, just one of the strongest pound for pound young ladies I've ever seen. And it showed up this year. Last year, she qualified in I think 6 or 7 different events for state, automatically qualified, and we kind of bounced her around. This year I told her, I said, Kelly, I don't want you, we're gonna focus on running fast and pole vaulting, and that's it. So we kind of took some things off of her plate, and she really did fantastic. Ended up running 12:63, which is the second fastest time we've ever had in the 100 meters. I actually think if she would have disciplined herself and worked some blocks a little bit, probably would have been a school record holder. Would you agree? Yeah, but took third in the 100 meters, which is no mean feat. 100 is one of the toughest races to get up and place in at state. Third in the pole vault at state. Ended up scoring 16 points for the girls team at the state meet, and just a fantastic young athlete. I really hope she decides to go on and do this in the future, because I really think she's a late bloomer that's just going to get better and better, and that's Kelly Reynolds. 10 feet 8, and also broke our school decathlon record. And obviously, research sometimes fails you, but to my knowledge, with all the research I've done, this is the 3rd highest decathlon score in the history of the state of Arizona. 4,974 points. Okay, and that's Kelly Reynolds.